Right, here we are on day 5 of the Big Dig excavations at Cockenzie. We're outside Cockenzie Auld Kirk and the Auld Kirk Hall, which we know was built in the 1930s, and the kitchen added as a soup kitchen. Kitchen being built on top of a very large, chunky stone structure with a curved end that we'll go around and have a look at in a second. At the moment we're excavating on the outside of the building to try and track down to the lower levels, which we should eventually hit rock if we go down far enough. We're looking at a surface there that's either from 1933 when the building was demolished or shortly before, and down into what we think was a trench here with a floor level from about 1860, that kind of period. All of the finds that we're getting out of this trench are either 1860s or right the way through to some great 1960s and 1970s crisp packets and vases and the like. So if we go around the side of the structure, we've got a little outshot here. We don't quite know what the purpose of that was, but it's built using some of the very large stones, the rest of the building. And if you stumble over the rocks, you should get an idea now if you look back at the bend in the wall, the curve, very large curved structure, and the central section has fallen down, and we reckon that that's happened because this has been where the flue has been, the salt pan flue. And if we come up, we're coming onto a floor level now that we think dates from the 1860 rebuilding. So we have a hearth stone down here with the remains of the fire jamb. And on top of all of this was a lot of demolition rubble, including lots of Preston Grange brick and a chimney pot, which was presumably related to an 1860s rebuild with a flue, perhaps one on the other side of the building as well, incorporated into the earlier flue, the industrial flue. Through here we've got a press, a sort of Edinburgh press that's been let into the wall with these quarry tiles, which I think, my understanding of is that these come from Preston Grange as well, but you'll see they've all been robbed out of the floor. So we're down onto a basically lime floor with just the remains of some of the joints just about showing here. And we also have this curiosity, this quite large slab, which looks like a hearth slab, but has lots and lots of scratches, which you might just be able to see the surface of here, running across and then diagonally and across here. Interestingly, we did find lots of animal bone here as well. Now, why somebody would be chopping up animals on a stone plat, we're not quite sure, but hopefully we'll get to the bottom of that one as well. Plan for tomorrow is to start excavating down through this floor in the hope of finding either earlier demolition rubble from another domestic use of this building, or perhaps some of the earlier remains of when the building was in use as a salt pan. So again, watch this space and we'll find out hopefully within the next day or two where we get down to.